In this week's episode of the Unnamed Political Podcast, we're going to be discussing the, in essence, end of Bernie Sanders' presidential run. Hello, welcome back to the Unnamed Political Podcast. I'm Clark Walburger.
I'm Jack Horvath.
And as we said in the beginning, Bernie Sanders, for the most part, seems that he has given up on his presidential aspirations.
Right. I mean, we've seen this from the beginning. I mean, we even called it a couple months ago that he was mathematically, impossible to become the nominee. And we were right, I mean, a lot of people were saying the same thing, but, a couple days ago, we really, he really found out that it was over for his campaign.
Well, I think he's known for a while. I think he was really hoping that Hillary would get indicted, and now that the indictment is over, which we might be discussing in a later episode, or in this episode, we're just filming a lot of episodes at once, so we aren't sure in what order these will be uploaded.
Right.
But, so Hillary's not going to be indicted definitively, for the most part. So the State Department has reopened an investigation to her, but it's extremely unlikely I think it's going to happen.
Right.
She's pretty much locked it down. Obama's campaigning
100%.
for her, and now Bernie is campaigning for her. They just had a rally together.
Exactly.
And that was did you watch? That was a very awkward rally.
It was pretty cringy. Cringy.
Yeah, because he just kind of shoves her forward and then steps out and he just kind of mops his forehead. He's like,
there was actually one frame you could see Bernie biting his tongue. He's like, do I really need to be here? I kind of regret this.
I don't think he's happy. I think he's bummed. I think he knows that all of his fans, or a lot of his hardcore fans, are now like, holy crap, this guy's a sellout.
Exactly, and they have the right to say that, but I mean, when Bernie was still in the race, he knew mathematically it was impossible for him to win, but I think it wasn't the fact that he wanted to be the candidate. It was by the ideology, because if he dropped out when, O'Malley and all those other guys dropped out at the same time, because they didn't all do that well, then the ideology and the revolution that he calls revolution would have never, caught on.
Because he's really trying to shift the Democratic Party more left. I think we're seeing it slowly becoming more of what other nations have, like Canada or the United Kingdom, one of their kind of labor parties, where it's basically neo-socialism,
right.
Is what they're seeing, or socialist light. And we aren't really seeing that in the Conservative Party. We aren't seeing them drawing them farther right. We're kind of seeing Trump's weird, kind of just shoving through everything.
100%.
But do you think that this is going to be the death of Bernie's movement? Do you think that his guys are just going to say, screw Bernie, I'm not voting for him, I'm not voting for Hillary?
Well, I think staying in kind of paid off for him, even though he knew it was done a couple months ago. But he has gotten 6 people on the platform committee who write the party platform, which has paid off for him in that respect. So his ideas still live on in what's going to happen in the election. So it's still there. He has
definitively shifted the Democratic Party to a more liberal state. I think I mentioned that a while ago. A couple of months back, I checked out a book from the library. It was like presidential party platforms from like 1860 to 1924.
Sure.
Really old book, but it was very interesting. You see how the parties slowly change their ideologies, and Republicans were actually very pro for the women's vote in 1919 and things like that. Excuse me, I lost my voice recently. But do you think, because I've spoken to a lot of liberals and they've said I hate Hillary, I hate Trump, and I hate Hillary. Do you think that the Bernie bros are going to abandon Hillary?
Well, I think the true, Bernie supporters, the person they're going to go for is, people would say, Gary Johnson would be a good idea. But a lot of, even Gary Johnson made a video promoting, he's like, Bernie supporters, come to us, because we kind of agree with you.
So is Trump.
We will same with Trump, but I mean, the majority of people do not agree with the majority of Johnson's or Trump's proposals. And then the only candidate that I could see them going to is probably Jill Stein, who runs the Green Party. Yeah. And they agree on a lot. I mean, I even say that Jill Stein's more progressive than Bernie is, so that's where I think the majority of them are going to flock to, which could really put a dent in Hillary's campaign.
I don't think it'll put too much of a dent, because I think she's been running her campaign, like most of these campaigns. The millennial vote has never mattered.
Right.
Up until right now, and they're like, okay, this is a huge untapped potential if we can actually get young people to mobilize and vote.
Exactly.
And if we lose that, I think the left has been riding on that, and if they lose the youth vote, that could really hurt them. So I think that the Green Party could see another boost, but I think we could see another Ralph Nader incident, where a lot of people flock to the Green Party, we get a close election, and because of that flock to the Green Party, we're seeing somebody edge out.
Right, and you can also argue because a bunch of conservatives who are like, never Trump, are all going to Gary Johnson to try to do the same thing.
I know a lot of conservatives who have said, I might vote for Hillary. But
which is also just a crazy move, because you literally vote for her as a vote for her.
A vote for Hillary is a vote for Hillary. That is enough to not vote for her.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Trump. I did not want Trump to get the nomination. It was really depressing. We were listening to some of our old episodes a while back, and we were like talking like, oh yeah, well, Trump's going to drop out in like September, and then Biden's going to jump in. Yeah, and we were
Al Gore.
so wrong.
Al Gore's going to jump in.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing.
Yeah, but this is the way things are, and that's the way things are, to quote Walter Cronkite. So I guess we're going to have to deal with it.
I guess so. But it might turn out to be good,
Yeah, you never know. On that happy note,
I'm Jack Horvath.
I'm Clark Walburger.
See you next time. Obviously at the same time.
Yeah, that was nice. All right.